Let's do it.
All right. We got Evan Ostrow here, who is the writer-director of Flat, which you should have just watched. If you got to this Q&A, that means you saw his film along with two others. And it's an outstanding film. Great work. I got to admit, it's really stylish. Like, I really appreciate the styles, and I'll definitely be asking you who your influence are and whatnot, but also just beautifully shot, really well written. I love the twists. I love the photography out on that road, and just all around, just a really fun, refreshing film for. You can imagine like a film festival programmer sees about 600-700 shorts, and
Yeah.
and when one comes out and goes, I'm going to be really entertaining. Oh, those are nice.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So tell me, how did this come together?
Well, it all started with a story when I was talking to my DP about it. And my DP was trying to think of something that would, hold on, my dog's jumping off my lap.
No worries.
Sorry,
dogs are welcome. That's the advantage of being online is dogs are welcome. They can't come into the theater.
But the initial idea for it came from when I was talking to my DP, and he ended up not working on this film. His first AC ended up shooting it. His name's Thad. Thad did incredible work. Cody was the original guy who I was talking to about the story, and we were just kind of bouncing off ideas. You know, we didn't have a script really to begin with. It was more so, let's challenge ourselves. What's something that you've never shot before? What's something I've never written before? And let's see if we can make a coherent story out of that. And the first thing was, I always wanted to shoot in the desert, and let's do a drama. Let's do a drama in the desert. And that was kind of where we started with it. And it kind of molded into this like flash forward, flashback type of thing. And we all work in post-production. So we are just trying to have fun with the camera and the camera movements. And how do you get from one scene to another? We just don't want to do a hard cut. We want to kind of make it blend seamlessly. So
that shows. I mean, you really flexed your directing muscles on that. Definitely the way that worked. Mm-hmm. And interesting because you went for drama, but then you kind of went for a fast-paced sort of crime drama.
Yeah.
and I have to tell you, much respect on the writing and pulling it off, because, you know, I watch your film and I'm like, you know what? It really just takes two people running with bags towards a car in an alley. I didn't need a bank. I didn't need a jewelry store. It's still got that Reservoir Dogs feel where, like, you never see the jewelry store. You don't need to.
Yep. Yeah. That was a big inspiration. How do you show it how do you tell it without showing it? Reservoir Dogs was a huge inspiration for that. We were also trying to do like the, Pulp Fiction. They can see inside the suitcase, but the audience can't. So you kind of have to paint the picture with your head. And that was kind of, I guess, like for our inspiration for everything. It kind of came from this. We were trying to do something grindhousey, something that felt like you were on a ride the whole time. The first pass cut that we did, it was very much so a little more, not melodramatic, but it wasn't ramped up, and you didn't really feel for the characters as much. And then once we found our rhythm and our pacing, and Elias Serpa, who was our he made the music for it and everything. He was our composer. Once we heard what he was creating, we were like, oh man, we have to like really jump up this. Like, this has to be like so much faster paced than what it was before. We really we want everyone to feel like they're running. We want everyone to feel like, especially that scene, the final showdown. We want you to be in there. We want you to be with Banji. We want you feeling that gun right up on you. And yeah, it's
Right. So
like,
you that was interesting because you said you by making it tighter and faster paced, you actually feel closer to the characters, huh?
yeah,
Which
kind
does
of,
absolutely work. Because and your characters, it's a really talk about economical storytelling. You knew you were just making a short, but the love triangle of sorts that you set up,
yeah.
it conveys perfectly. Like I don't need any more backstory than what you've given.
Hmm.
I'm obviously, it might be a cheat based on modern mores that I definitely want, the two ladies to ride off into the sunset, get away from the dude. But
Yeah,
yeah, it just works. It just works
yeah.
really well.
I mean, he's still handcuffed there, so
And
you
I
know,
like that you don't bother like wasting like an insert on him handcuffed or anything. Like it's about them.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's yeah. It's never Banji's story. Maybe before they found each other, it was Banji's story, but yeah.
And how long of a shoot was it?
So we spent 2 days total on it. We did
That's
one
not a
day.
lot.
Yeah. It was, yeah. The cast and crew were incredible. Um, Gerardo played Banji. Alise was Des, and then Jackie was played by Corinne, and they they were absolutely killer, man. They were like, I don't know, the three of them were really talented. We did one rehearsal day the weekend before, and it was just one of those things where everyone's working together so well, and you're just like, you know what, we're gonna crush this thing. It's gonna be amazing. We originally were setting up for, I think, 4 days, and we ended up finishing the desert earlier than we planned, like in one day, and we were 3 hours ahead of schedule. Then the second day, we really took our time with the garage and the robbery scene and all that. And that was only two scenes. That was like half a day's worth of work. And then we just said, yeah, let's go to the bar and let's do a wrap party because this is amazing. I don't think we're ever going to do this ever again.
That's incredible. I mean, was that a testament to just like planning and having storyboards and shot lists and just being out there with a great crew that just got it done and actors who didn't need
Yeah,
a ton of takes?
it was, yeah, man. It was just one of those like perfect combinations that everything kind of fell into place. Pre-production, we were in pre-production for a really long time, but production, you know, I guess that's why they say like do pre-production as much as you can, plan for the worst, whatever. Production will go way smoother, and then post-production's like a piece of cake.
Yeah, I mean, it's seriously, and it's not often you hear people say, "Yeah, we finished early on the day, and then had an extra day we didn't use." You don't hear that much.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I have a question from the jury because I had jury members submit some, and this one's specific to the desert. It says, the desert scenes looked amazing. Did you come across any particular challenges shooting in the desert?
Any challenges shooting in the desert? Uh,
But I mean, it's kind of funny to ask that after you've just said like you cruise through the desert like a knife through butter.
yeah.
But I will add like
Planning.
so you did drone stuff obviously.
We did do drone stuff. The drone stuff was a pickup day. So I guess we technically shot 3 days, but that was just following the car.
Yeah.
Um, but shooting in the desert wasn't that bad. I mean, the whole crew got completely sunburned. Like,
So you could use some sunblock, but you had enough water.
we had enough water. We took out, because we knew we were out in the middle of nowhere. So we rented an RV, and that was our home base. So we had a generator, we had the the awning going. We had, you know, refrigerator, bathrooms. We had the bed that like people were sleeping on when they weren't on camera or something of that nature. But I think like making the hardest thing is either like making sure batteries are charged because there's no power sources except for the RV or the generator we had. And then the other thing was just trying to hit the light right because you're fighting so much against the sun, especially in California with the clouds or lack of clouds, I guess.
You got great cinematography out there in that desert, though.
Yeah.
Boy, did that. I mean, you got a lot of production value out of those vistas for sure.
Yeah. That was we got really lucky when we were shooting that. That was Thad Tobin, who's the DP. Absolutely crushed it. He did an excellent job. We were shooting on, I think it was a red Epic that our buddy let us borrow for it. But he did a hell of a job. He crushed it out of the park. When we were shooting as well, there was a music video being shot down the street, and they were filming motorcycles like riding in and out of our scene. And we were there during their scene as well. So when they would be coming up the street, we would have to stop everything because we were like, you can't have anything in the background. They're supposed to be in the middle of nowhere. So they would be coming down and they'd be playing music and have this like motorcycle strapped to a tractor or whatever it is. And they'd be hauling it down. And once they're passing, we're like, okay, we have like 20 minutes before, let's get it back. Can we get the camera back where it is and whatnot? Because we were also, the whole thing is handheld as well.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
that was all,
It doesn't look handheld.
yeah, that was Thad's muscles. Yeah.
That's kind of hilarious. I mean, you finish early, but also out in the middle of nowhere, you had to deal with cross traffic.
Yeah.
You were blessed, man. This went well.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
And I assume you said post went really well because you planned so well.
Post went really well, but that's also just because for our day jobs, everyone that was on crew also works in post production. Marshall Thompson was our editor. He did unbelievable job. He did amazing. And yeah, I also think the other reason why production went so smoothly is we've done a couple short films together, maybe 6 now.
That's quite a
So
few.
it's a good crew and there's good camaraderie, but it's also kind of like, all right, let's stop joking around and let's focus. We can have fun and we can be serious at the same time. So that was, yeah.
No, that makes sense to know that because 6 films, that's a lot of films. Obviously, everyone treats each other well to keep coming back for 6.
Yeah,
that's quite a few.
yeah. Fingers crossed for 7.
Excellent. And so that also kind of explains what you said earlier about, you said, okay, let's challenge ourselves. I'm going to write something I've never written and shoot in some situations I've never done. Because obviously after the 5 or 6 films before this, so that's cool. You're flexing your director's muscles and your writer's muscles.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, before we go, you want to tell me what your next directing workout is? You're gonna do a massive crowd scene.
So there's a couple things in the works, but I think the next thing for me directing is going to be a Western. It's going to be a sequel to a Western we made back in 2015.
Oh, cool.
We did the original one with no budget. This one, people saw the original one, they liked it. And now we also have a bigger crew to work with as well. So that one's going to be really exciting. And then I'm also stepping away from directing to Thad is going to direct a short as well. I'm going to produce it for him. So that's kind of fun. I like that we can all switch seats and whatnot and still be there and support each other. That kind of keeps the crew going, I guess.
That's great. No, and being part of I mean, you're kind of creating a community of creative filmmakers. That's going to be beneficial way down the road.
Yeah,
All right, well,
exactly.
congratulations. And again, I can't tell you, it's just a really, really well-made film.
Thank you so much.
Technically
Yeah.
well-made and entertaining and fun.
All right.
Thank you for submitting it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for selecting it.
Hey, it's a jury votes, but
Yeah.
and I'm,
Well,
I'm
thank you,
very proud of
jury.
our jury that
Thank you,
they have
jury.
such good taste.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much, Evan.
Awesome.
I'll be talking to you soon.
Cool. Thanks, Jeff. See ya.